2 games into this, where's the biggest way you can notice the experience of those linebackers coming into play?
Me being here for the first year, I noticed it Saturday in a big game like that. The calm demeanor. No one got rattled. Everybody, knew that this was going to end up being a knockdown drag out, and that's how it played out. We just kind of kept our composure, kept playing, kept forcing them to make plays and make some mistakes, and we were able to capitalize on them. And that's what good teams do. That's what the experience. I think you saw the experience in our linebackers, and the depth we have there really helped us throughout the course of that game.
You mentioned some of the coaches earlier that come from Youngstown and do big things. Is there something in the water there? What is it about Youngstown that makes coaches?
Well, I just think it's a unique culture that we grew up in, the environment, the toughness, the edge. A lot of us grew up with playing. Football was a way of life for us, and for a lot of people that grew up in northeastern Ohio, that was really the fabric of the communities. And you can go on to, there are endless players and coaches, so we'd be out here all night, kind of talking about it. But it was, during that era, it was probably, one of the better areas collectively of football talent during the 70s, 80s, and then it kind of evaporated a little bit. There's the communities have dwindled in numbers. The population has dwindled just because of the manufacturing and the steel. Manufacturing jobs all have left. So that's hurt the community in a lot of ways. But again, there's just so much history when you go back and look at the quality.
On that group of linebackers, you talked about how good was the film review with them as far as their execution of the plan and the discipline and that.
Well, I think you see their experience. I think to do the things they were able to do, to make the plays they were able to do, we were able to cover the field well. You could just tell we were in, for the most part, where we needed to be, and those guys, they feel the game. They're able to play fast, and they're able to diagnose things quickly, and that's where the experience pays off.
Brad talks a lot about eyes being in the right place. Is that a big part with those?
Absolutely. I think the discipline you have to play with, and again, I thought our poise throughout the course of the game was tested in the middle part of the game, and our guys never flinched. They just kept coming back. We got that big turnover and score that got us right back in it. So, we gained, I think, some confidence through that, and we played well throughout the whole first half. We made a couple mistakes, but overall, I thought our guys felt very comfortable in that environment, and facing a player of that magnitude, our guys never, it never felt like it was ever too much for us.
With a guy like that, with a Richardson type quarterback that puts a lot of stress and strain on your defense, did you have any ideas? Brad mentioned the staff brought a lot of good stuff to the table for the plan coming into that. How did you kind of feel about that matchup ahead of time?
Well, obviously he did some, the thing you noticed in the first game is his ability to escape and make plays with his feet. We all knew he had a tremendous arm, but his ability to improvise, make something when nothing's there, that was very evident against Utah. We were able to do a better job, containing him and not letting his feet beat us. And that's probably to beat them. That's what you got to do, because if he can, he gets loose, he's a handful.
Did he remind you of preparing for anyone in the past?
Oh, he's like a lot of those dual threat, quarterbacks. He may be a little more prototypical. He likes to use his arm first, but has the ability to beat your defense with his legs when he has to. So you know, he's a typical dual threat, you know, quarterback that, again, you know, has a lot of talent.
All right. Thank you, Coach.